Hello everyone, today is a monumentous day. It is a first for Destiny Rising. It is our first big character leak. Now, I'm not going to say this is the next character, but this is a pretty big leak that just came out earlier tonight, and I feel like it's probably important for me to share this information with you. For those of you who don't want to be spoiled, feel free to click away now, but for everyone else, here we go. All right, so this leak was brought to us by Insanity Unbound from the Destiny Rising mobile subreddit. I believe he posted it on the official Destiny Rising subreddit as well. But here we have our upcoming character leak, and this is actually a banner video of the character, so we get to see that full character in action here. So here we go. Let's give a quick look at this. That's pretty sweet. So you can see here we're getting an Awoken, and the character seems to be like tech based, and you can see all these rockets shooting out of it. So it seems like we're going to be getting another summon character. And below, Insanity Unbound posted some text basically describing what he was able to pull from the leaks. So let's give that a quick read over. So we have here, it says, this is Helhest. She has a drone that can heal and damage targets. There's no guarantee that this character is coming next or at all. She just exists in the files. Like I was saying before, don't assume that this is the character that's coming next, because you never know. I've heard that in the past, NetEase has put fake things into the files of the game to trip up people. I heard it happen recently in Marvel Rivals. So it is a possibility that this could be a hoax from NetEase themselves, but I don't know. There's a lot of work gone into this one. So, and you know, I don't know. We'll see here. She just exists in the files. There are at least 5 other characters in the files that are in varying degrees of completeness, with one of them being arguably more complete than Helhest is. I actually reached out to Insanity Unbound to see if I could get some of these early, but he's holding his cards in his sleeves. You know, he's keeping his secrets for himself, and I can completely understand the man in not wanting to splurge too early on the information he has. But it's got me really excited. So from the game files, Nebula 9, when first resurrected on Felwinter Peak, Helhest's right hand was merely a base prosthetic. Felwinter brought her back to the territory. That's pretty sweet. We'll get back to that in a second. And the scientist secluded herself in the laboratory for less than half a month. Upon re-emerging, she handed the successful completed Nebula 9 version 9 to Helhest. From that moment on, the truly complete Lightbearer Helhest activated her journey. Her ghost Groot, Helhest's most reliable and steadfast lieutenant, always unconditionally trusted and supporting her Lightbearer. I like that we're seeing Felwinter here, and I'm hoping that at some point we get to see Felwinter as a character. I have a long list of characters I want to see in the game, and Felwinter is definitely on that list. And I'm going to make a video in the future on characters I would like to see from the Destiny lore brought into Destiny Rising at some point. But Felwinter is definitely on that list, and I'm excited to see if maybe Nebula 9 has a character story that maybe hints at Felwinter, or maybe puts him in like Ikora's character story, kind of like hints and allows you to see a little bit of Osiris. So yeah, I'm excited for this. Like any hint at Felwinter is any hint at like just the boss best of warlocks in the game and Destiny lore gets me excited as a warlock main from day one. There was a few other interesting tidbits. Insanity Unbound says down here that she's classified as a support character and she has healing abilities. Insanity also mentions a little bit further down in the comments, someone's basically complaining that all of the draws are just women so far, and he kind of sounds off saying, hey, Rossi 11, who is someone we knew about from the Chinese beta, we had seen that he was an Arc Exo character, but he's stating that Rossi 11 is a guy, he's a Titan. Someone's asking more about him, and basically someone states that from what I've heard, he's an Arc Warlock. It's just based on what might just be an early silhouette, and his kit involves overshields. So there is some more leaked information out there to get excited about. But let's take a look more at Helhest herself. Honestly, I don't know how I feel. Hopefully this is an early concept of her. Maybe there's a bit more changing, but there's just something weird to me about her hair and her face. Like, it just seems off. The whole drone concept and like the missile seems really interesting though. It reminds me a lot of, there's a character in another game I played called Dead by Daylight that uses a lot of drones, and it's pretty fun to play that character. I'm just worried that this character is going to feel just like another Estella, but NetEase has done a really good job at keeping all of the characters kind of separate and making them all feel like originals. So I have good faith that NetEase will be able to keep this a little bit separate from Estella and allow them to play differently and feel like different characters, and not just feel like Estella but with an arc drone, and instead of shooting little tiny bolts of Amkara magic, it shoots missiles. It is interesting though to see that we're getting another support character that has the ability to heal. The only one we have right now, well, we have Tan2, and his heal is a static heal that you need to be standing in and can't move. And then outside of that, we have Atal, and she's basically, she can throw and like heal over time on enemies that she's tagged with her healing. So I'm curious if maybe she'll be able to throw out drones that will follow teammates around and heal them over time while they're following them. I would love to see a healer that focuses more on not just health, but regenerating shield faster, or even giving over shield, instead of focusing on just healing health. There's a lot of cool things that they can do with her, and especially with her being a tech character, I would love to see more done with shields with her than with base health. Just a few things that I'm coming up with on the fly when just looking at her. You can see in the picture that there's at least 2 drones. One looks more like, you can see over here, this one looks more like an attacking drone. It's shooting out the missiles, and then you got another one back here that actually doesn't have any of the missiles on it. So I'm assuming she might have like 2 drones, one that deals like damage, and then another one that focuses on healing teammates. It might have like, her relic might be like her, one relic ability is just deals with summoning drones that attack and shoot missiles, and then the other one deals on summoning a drone that like follows teammates and heals them and gives them shields or over shields or something. That's just kind of my guess on the whole thing. Let's see if we can kind of, her relic being her arm is actually really cool. I like the concept of like the relic actually being a part of the character. You can kind of see it like splitting open, and I'm assuming, yeah, it splits open, and that's where like the drone comes out of. I like the concept character. Like, I have a feeling maybe it's just the lighting. She looks a lot better in this like still image here. It might have just been like the lighting from earlier. But I'm also curious if she's gonna be a 5-star, or if she's an event draw, I'd assume she's a 5-star, but it is possible that this could be a 4-star that comes along with a 5-star like Umeko was with the Stella. We have to keep that in mind, that not all of these characters may be 5-stars. This could be a 4-star character. So again, just like one more watch through of this, just to see how sweet and badass she looks. I'm excited to finally, hopefully with these leaks coming out and some more information kind of slipping through the cracks, and with Estella disappearing in, I believe, like a week and a half, I think last time I checked it was like 11 days, we might end up seeing some sort of information from NetEase on what we can expect next. Like we're kind of closing to the end of the first half of season 1. It feels like both of our banners are about to end, so I feel like they're gonna have to start whipping things out if they want to keep things fresh and exciting for the player base. And this leak has already got me kind of hyped for new characters. It's one of my favorite parts of the game, is being able to just try out all these different characters and play with them. It is going to be a pain in the butt, not gonna lie, getting all the fruits and the sheaves and like, I'm curious what sort of weapons she'll use when it comes to actually like what we can equip to her. Because I mean, it'd be nice if it's something I already have leveled up, but on the other hand, I would like a new weapon. There has been leaks and talks of like a character using a bow. It would just suck having to re-level a bow and like put all of the materials into another weapon. So it's going to be a pain re-leveling all these new characters when they come out, but it's you give and take, right? You get a new exciting character to play with, but you do have to, you know, invest some of those materials into them. Hopefully NetEase, when these characters release, will actually give us a decent event to start getting materials. Estella came out and I found that they didn't really give an amazing event alongside her to really level her up at all. It would have been nice if we had something. There was the previous event that dealt with the exotic sword that kind of like tied in with it, gave some solar materials, but I find it was like, it was too separate and people couldn't like, especially like newer players or newbie players to gacha games, they couldn't like tie one and one together. They didn't see like the sword thing and then like be like, oh, there's a new character coming, maybe I should save these materials for that. So hopefully when these new characters start coming out, we get some we get an event that comes with them as well, something to give us some materials to at least help level it up to, you know, like maybe even like just a bronze rating when it comes to acclaim. Get them up to like that, you know, like that 9 level. I honestly, it would be amazing if we can get them up to that 16 level before you hit incandescent clusters, but I highly doubt they would give us that many materials. I'd be happy even just being able to get enough materials to get the new characters maybe up to like 9, 10, 11, somewhere around there in the relic tree. And like a couple weapon masteries, like 1 or 2 weapon masteries. I feel like that would be generous, allow us to at least get the character to a point where we can easily play it. And I mean, even if they want to just make an event that's like over 4 days or 5 days, they slowly drip feed us some material so we can slowly level up this character and play with it and mess around with it. I can't wait to actually get my hands on these characters and start making video builds for them and character builds for them. Keep in mind, I do have some more character builds coming out. I'm working on an Estella character build right now and a Gwyn character build. So if you want to see those, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and let me know down below what you think of this character and what other characters from the Destiny universe you would love to see, because I know I have a massive list in my head and I have a feeling y'all probably have the exact same ideas that I do. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you're as excited as I am for some new characters to come out. And thanks again to Insanity Unbound from the Destiny Rising Reddit. So if without him, we wouldn't be seeing all this cool stuff. So give him a, I don't know what you would do on Reddit, a follow, a like, an upvote on his posts. I don't know. Go do whatever. Go check him out. Thanks again. And I will see you all in the next video. Have yourself a supernova day.